It was a swift move to the downside when it comes to iron ore. I'll start with that. How much further can we go? And how dire is the situation with some of these steel mills in China now?
Yeah, it's been a strange couple of months for iron ore, because we did have a pretty strong rally, into this quarter. I think there was this expectation that all of the government talk about boosting infrastructure and rebooting the economy after these lockdowns. I think there was this, hope that this was going to spur steel demand back into action, but this hasn't really happened yet. And what we're left with is a steel market that's facing a little bit of oversupply, and that's feeding back into iron ore. The fundamental problem for steel and iron ore markets is the weakness in China's property sector. People talk about infrastructure boosts, building bridges, roads, more urbanization. But really, without this very significant contribution from the property sector, which is still extremely weak, and isn't showing many signs of recovery, it's very hard to see the demand come back in a very strong way.
For copper and the base metals, I wonder, the recession risks is still very much the key driver of this for now, right?
Correct. So copper, started this quarter probably above 10,500, somewhere in that region, and it's now, down below 9,000. It's been a pretty steep drop because you've had the lockdowns in China, which has stifled manufacturing in lots of key copper-consuming areas. But you've also got this general global worry about inflation and monetary tightening, and this is the kind of macro environment that copper really doesn't like. So despite the fact that we started off this year talking about the potential for really sharp shortages and supply shocks in copper, the kind of slowdown in the global economy has sort of taken over the narrative a bit.